Welcome back to the program. The tributes are in their thousands for Tina Turner, who's died at the age of 83. Joining me live now is Risa Goehrke. She is the director of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Risa, thanks so much for your time. She was so loved. Do you think she knew it?
I believe she felt it from fans, absolutely. I mean, she was just the undisputed queen of rock and roll, but she just meant so much more to so many. And I know the outpouring of fans across her whole career. I believe she felt it. And really special to see her in the 2021 induction. She sent us a special message to be able to air during that program. If you watch it, it's just so, she's so gracious and just seems to be so humbled and tickled to be receiving that award at that time. And that, as most know, but if you don't, it's actually her second induction. She's a two-time inductee for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely, Risa. And not only, that's just the start of the accolades. We talk Grammys, we talk record breaking from the number of ticket sales. And we had a really close affinity with her here in Australia. She had an Australian manager. She also was the face of our national game, the NRL. But what strikes me this morning is the names, the fellow musicians who really felt this news this morning, none other than the Rolling Stones' Mick Jagger.
Absolutely. I mean, Mick Jagger just simply adored Tina. They got to perform together just in a few different ways, including our induction stage, which was just really special to see. But they had a mutual respect and admiration for each other. But I think he was inspired, just like many other artists, not just contemporaries, but also future artists that followed her. She absolutely raised the bar for what it means to be a powerful, multi-genre performer, artist. Being able to be so dynamic on the stage, that powerful, unwavering voice, just that her presence was just unmatched.
I keep on coming back to this one word, and there's so many words you can use to describe her this morning, but I keep on coming back to resilience. I mean, her life reads like a Hollywood movie. It's barely believable. But can you explain why she was so avant-garde on stage with her music? She did a lot of covers, she had a lot of original songs, and they're enduring.
In addition to the raw talent and just knowing how to command a stage and having that voice, she also just she knew no boundaries. She did what felt authentic and right for her in her music. And so that evolution from where she started in becoming a performer through gospel and rock and soul, but then evolving and growing and finding her own voice through the 70s into the 80s and just reaching that zeitgeist of how really creating music that just felt and working with collaborators and things that made it feel like nothing else you had necessarily heard before. Yeah. That's the thing. She was able to dominate these different genres and really just, again, going back to that Queen of Rock and Roll title now, that's so multi-genre encompassing, because that's why she's deserving of that title, because it isn't just one box. It isn't just one label. And it's just incredible to see how much she impacted things in each of those categories, if you will. I know I don't think that she considered a label one way or the other. She's just like, I just want to do where I sound and feel the best, and what felt right and authentic to her.
Born in Nutbush, Tennessee as well. I mean, her song says it all. There wasn't much in Nutbush. There was a schoolhouse, there was an outhouse, and she was pretty literal in that song about her growing up, a gin house in there as well. Just a final question here about her legacy and her influence. I mean, she shunned fame, really. She didn't seek the limelight at all in her later years, and I think her early music was really born out of necessity. She had to make music to support her children.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's definitely an element of survival mode that was out of the creative outlet and making that, continuing to have that presence to be able to support. But the thing is that as she was doing it, again, the way that the fans felt that and the way that it impacted those songs and her energy was just so amazing to watch that. And also then knowing we then got even closer to her, learning of her personal story. I think that just took it to the next level for so many, because that just humanized her and inspired and empowered so many fans and artists alike.
Very well said, Risa. We really thank you for joining us this morning. See you soon.